Yeah, you know Matt,
I
the
haven't
villain
seen
Matt
that
from
in
Encino Man.
years.
Oh my god.
Encino Man is so good.
Incredible.
We did a VCR on that with our buddy Adon Gonzalez from Staunch TV. It was so great. Oh my god. Adon just crushed it with his pitch on Encino Man.
Full himbo energy.
That would be
yeah.
that see, get them to be the documentary filmmakers and like, we gotta get him together. I don't talk to him anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and it's this whole like, because again, I think the hardest thing is going to be get Mike Myers.
Right.
Well, just
But
say that
Dana would do it. Dana Carvey would do it.
So say that Wayne is in Delaware and he's trying to get to Delaware the entire time. At the end of the movie, he gets there and it's Wayne's house and he knocks on the door and then there you go.
Oh my god.
I actually started to think when you know, having them have had a rift for a while makes sense, and I feel like it'll feel right to the audience because it's sort of like the way it's felt for us in the real world. So now I just started thinking about, okay, well, what happened to the show? Did Garth, you know, who left, who bailed, why, this, that, and you know, what happens to Wayne really is the part that I think is interesting, and he goes nuts maybe he goes out to the desert and he keeps like wandering around looking for Jim Morrison and the Naked Indian.
He's literally just doing his show to a bunch of lizards.
Yeah, he's in a cave like by like a bonfire, you know, doing his show, like party on, rock, you know.
Oh my god,
party on, fire, like party on, stump, like all right. Today's guest is gonna be this piece of tumbleweed.
Probably the best part of Austin Powers is always the Mike Myers being naked and them covering it up. Imagine like Wayne
I don't
in
need
the
that
desert.
joke. I don't need that Joker.
No, but not that. But like Wayne in the desert, just, you know, again, if it's a documentary thing, it's like pictures of him in the desert naked with just the Wayne's World hat on, and he's just
make
talking.
it like a. Sorry, I'm.
Yeah. Go
make it like that Bigfoot gag where Bigfoot, you know, that video of him walking. And it's just him walking.
It's Wayne like.
That's great.
Oh my God, Wayne
That's
watch.
perfect.
That could be amazing. Yeah.
That's perfect.
So I honestly really want to see Wayne and Garth trying their hand at helping Twitch streamers get where they were. Since this whole new generation who's basically doing Wayne's World on Twitch, it's like them interacting with them, and because a lot of us, like at least millennials, like if they were working with Gen Z, that would be just a chaotic ass movie. But millennials, a lot of their humor is exactly the same. So it's just it would be interesting to see like Wayne working with like younger version of Wayne, and you know, Garth working with younger version of Garth, and them playing off of one another.
Oh,
that would be interesting, and you could have some fun with like I think the generation gap, kind of like the way they do it on Cobra Kai. That again, Wayne and Garth, they were even kind of a little bit stuck in the 80s, in the 90s. In heavy metal, you never heard them listening to like grunge or anything else, you know, New Jack Swing or anything like that. It was just, you know.
Have a scene where they're listening to ska music or something and just being like, what?
Oh my God. Great.
Or, you know, I used to teach drums, and one of my students said to me, you know,
is there like...
I remember one of my drum students saying to me, I like really old music, you know, like Green Day. And I just felt like, twist that knife around like a couple more times. Really old music like Green Day. But, you know, the kid...
apparatus.
I don't even know what's popular and on the radio right now, but whatever is like the most ridiculous of it, it would be hilarious if Wayne and Garth are trying to get, you know, through these. Post Malone. Okay. So whatever that is.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine like Dana Carvey just doing a Post Malone as a character? That would
hilarious.
Because that's the thing I would love. Okay, this is what I would love. Bill and Ted kind of did this. Bill and Ted Face the Music, where you get Dana Carvey and Mike Myers being all of these people. You know, it's a chance for them to do characters and just come up with just, you know, different, you know, again, him being Post Malone, one of them being Kim Kardashian, you know, something like that. You know, it would just be a field day.
Could you do like an other guy universe where like Garth and like Ted and you know what I mean, like, and Beavis somehow, you know, just like the side guys have their own movie without their like leading guys. Like what would that be like, and could that work? Obviously you probably couldn't put Beavis in there. He's animated, but you do like Chris Kattan, David Spade, and Dana Carvey, and they're all just the side guys. But all right, maybe I'm alone in that.
That might be a hot mess, but it would be interesting.
A mess, just pure chaos.
Yeah, probably.
I would hate to write that as a script writer. I cannot lie.
No, I would hate to try and sell it. Writing it would probably be a fun challenge, but selling it would be awful.
I would random thought. I would love to see in like a Wayne's World 3 situation, like Idris Elba show up as like a rapper, but like over the top, and him like just interacting with the two of them and doing a whole like chaotic bit scene.
Honestly, he's the perfect new villain.
Ooh, true.
No, who could be better than he'd be amazing. Seriously, because he's like, he's a little bit older now and a little bit more refined, kind of like Walken, but he's still like young, sexy as fuck, whatever. Hilarious. Like Rob Lowe. And yeah, hilarious, and like
he was great. Like, I loved him in The Office. His little couple of episodes there in The Office. He was he's
been great in everything he's been in.
Yeah. And again, like we don't need to see someone trying to steal Cassandra again. Because that would just be, it was probably shouldn't have been done the second time. And I don't know if we necessarily need to see someone trying to steal Betty Jo from Garth. But
no love interest, like focus on the show, because the whole concept of them being like these creators and that like getting big and advertising and sponsorships and stuff is literally what creators are going through today, just in like a futuristic technological version of them. So it's like that should be the focus.
That makes sense. And
they've got to get they've got to get together to host Ozfest.
Ozfest.
You gotta, I mean, if you're gonna do like the music that's from the Wayne's World movies, like that's the big thing. Garth has got to get Wayne to host.
I feel like that's maybe too similar to Wayne's World 2 and Wayne Stock.
True. Unless like, it's like a it's a Fire Fest situation and the whole thing's going to crap.
Well, that could be interesting way of playing that their breakup work. Like, maybe like Wayne Stock was a success that people showed up, but then it went like, Woodstock 99 or something, or Wayne, Fire Festival, they lost their shirt, they lost all their money on it, and then
Wayne goes corporate.
Oh,
like imagine Wayne slicks his hair back, he wears a suit, he's got the Zach Morris cell phone,
he's got the ponytail in the back.
Yes.
Terrible. But then he loses his mind. He has a breakdown, and then he winds up out in the desert looking for the Naked Indian and Jim Morrison.
Because it's just for naked Wayne.
Because this would be great. They're in the show, and all of a sudden, it's a different Wayne's World. And again, with the documentary style, it's the guy, But then the show changed over time, and then you got Garth sitting there with the drumsticks, and Wayne's like, "Yeah, sure, okay, hi, welcome to Wayne's World," and Garth's just. Swing, that would be a great start off of how they broke up and everything.
So, but my question to you is would Wayne be married to Cassandra in this corporate America version of him?
Oh no, she totally divorces him.
Okay.
She's gone. She's married to Idris Elba.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works.
I'm game for that.
Yeah. That totally works. I like that a lot. So I had some. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead and switch.
No, I was just to say I had something and then I kind of lost it because Idris Elba being married to Cassandra is just so damn good.
It is.
I feel like, and you have to have Tia Carrere come back because these movies are like pretty much as much hers as they are Wayne and Garth's.
Absolutely.
So okay, I remember what it was now. So. Maybe one of those like starting elements of the movie, sort of an inciting incident. Say there's these new, the 2020 version of Wayne and Garth, right? They're young kids that listen to Post Malone and Post Stallone, whatever it is, and they're podcasters and YouTubers and all this stuff, but they don't get much traction. So one of them starts another channel where they just upload old VHSs of Wayne's World, like public access on YouTube, and that starts blowing up, and that kind of starts getting things rolling. and then maybe they like, you know, become part of the crew
down.
with Shush and the other guy.
Shush.
Shush.
Have, like, yeah.
And then
like
again,
that.
there's, you know, you have some generational gap comedy in there. You know, you take a little bit of all these things, Wayne having a nervous breakdown, them having a rift, Tia Carrera leaving, Cassandra leaving Wayne.
This
you guys don't want to see Betty Jo back though? I
would love to see her back, but
yeah, but
I
like Bendy's idea though. Get rid of love interest though. Like they can be there, but like I just want the bromance is what we want. We want Wayne and Garth.
The bromance and then the
Shawshank this crap.
Yes.
All right, like just give me what I need.
Bromance and then their relationship with the millennials that they're like fostering this relationship with.
Oh, would it be great? Okay, I just thought of this. This would be a total Wayne's World moment though. I don't know how they would fit. But imagine Garth being like a Richard Attenborough and just, you know, narrating these like animal documentaries. That would be amazing.
Or maybe it's he's doing like repairs for like repair videos for shit that no one has anymore. Like, okay, like today we're gonna go on to like changing out the heads on your 1992 Pioneer VCR. Like, you want to be careful that the drum and the zenith, the azimuth of the unit can have a fix that'll help. You know, I don't know. Maybe that would be funny. Probably not.
That would be funny.
Shoots and he misses. Maybe.
No,
so maybe there's something better there than whatever's on the top of my head. We don't. Okay. Oh, also, here's an interesting opinion first before we get to the facts. Mike Saunders says Mike Myers could get away with it. He needs to pick up Mel Brooks' torch and keep it going. That's an interesting thought. There is a lot of Mel Brooks and Zucker Brothers style comedy in both Wayne's World movies sure.
Yeah.
And their references and parodies. Interesting fact from Devin Zane though, Wayne's World 1 had a $20 million budget, pulling in $183 million at the box office. Like that is pretty astounding. You can barely even make any movie for $20 million now at the studio level. Gold's Code says, I like this girl. I'm going for the lead. Only Alien 3 fans will get it. So I figured you would pick it up, Andy. Dustin N., our buddy from Retro Fiend Radio, makers of the finest canon martial arts documentaries on the internet, says, I just wish I could get more of Dwayne's Underworld from Stay Tuned. Oh, Stay Tuned is such a classic.
Dwayne's oh my
That's right. I'll tell you what, I watched Stay Tuned recently and there were so many movie mashups in that movie that I was like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing
There's
I've
a
ever seen in my
90s
life.
movie people don't talk about anymore.
So there are some more pitches in here as well. Mike Saunders says, use Wayne's World 3 to explore those alternate endings. Yeah, that's a thing we didn't even talk about. We got to have the alternate endings. So there's usually a sad one, like a Scooby-Doo type of parody one, and a super happy one. So the sad ending, oh gosh, you can't just do Stacy getting pregnant again.
He finally finds Wayne and he's on his deathbed and he's dying. And he's holding and then it's like, this is stupid. Yeah, like we're not gonna end this way. No. Cuts to a different ending. You at least have to have the death. You have to have that.
Yeah, the gratuitous death.
Or they go to heaven.
And monkeys might fly to my butt.
I'm the Mary, you're the Rhoda.
The Mary. They go to heaven and like God is like some rock star. I don't know. I'm sure that either of you can like, you know, quick 3 seconds pick one.
Dead guy from the 80s. It's got to be
Gene Simmons.
Ronnie James Dio, something like that. No, Gene Simmons is still alive. Fuck Gene Simmons also. Sorry.
I would honestly like R.I.P. George Carlin would have been perfect, but you know.
George Carlin, but that's too Bill and Ted.
It's Alanis Morissette.
It is, but it's just George Carlin.
Oh, fucking cross that over. I'm down. Yeah. I love Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette is God.
I love that you call her Alanis. Like she's a character on Seinfeld.
That's right.
Get out.
Alanis.
Alanis. Okay, so there's some more interesting pitches in the chat. Gold's
God
Code.
is Lisa Loeb. Sorry.
Lisa
Loeb.
Lisa Loeb would be fantastic.
Or it could be David Bowie.
God is Will Ferrell.
David Bowie, yeah.
No, God, it's Tenacious D.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh,
We're
that's pretty
in
good.
tandem.
Two of them, yeah, that would be great. Oh, that may steal too much thunder, honestly. I love Tenacious D.
Jack
and
Black
I
has
was,
to be in it.
Might be.
He has to be in it.
just a quick rant. I loved the HBO show that Tenacious D had, and then I was waiting for the movie for years and years and years, and it was all just recycled bits from the show and not done as well as the movie. We could do better, so we'll do that on VCR Redux.
We can do better.
I'm just saying we can do better for Tenacious D. They
You can
deserve
do
better
better,
than the movie
Jack
that they
Black
got.
and Kyle Glass.
They deserve
you know what
better.
you did.
They deserve better than that movie that we got. The best part of that movie was the
God.
THC logo at the beginning. At any rate, more pitches.
They needed a white button-down shirt. They got Chris's shirt.
Yeah, right. So some more pitches in the chat. Gold's Code says Wayne and Garth are washed up. Someone finds a VHS tape of them and makes a TikTok. They go viral and now have a chance to return to the scene. Yeah, kind of similar to what I was saying.
Yes.
Basically,
yes.
yeah. Mike Riffraff says Garth invented a probability machine and they explore the what ifs. That sounds
that's
awesome.
kind of funny, actually.
That actually sounds really cool and a great way to keep Garth at the center of the story. William Bowe says, do you ever find Bugs Bunny attractive when he puts on a dress and played a girl bunny? To which Devin Zane pitches Wayne's World 3 Lady Bunny.
Okay, what if Idris Elba is kind of a Thanos kind of guy? Like we get a Marvel moment in here, and it's Wayne and Garth versus
So wait, we're gonna go Deadpool with this now? Is that what you're saying to me?
A little bit. Like I think that could be interesting. You get an Endgame kind of moment with Wayne and Garth. Again, with this ending, where it's kind of like switch the ending.
So it's like an end game, but it's one massive concert, and it's no, that's just Bill and Ted.
It's fucking no. It's not a concert, but it's a whatever it is. But somehow Ed O'Neill dies to save the day. You never see it coming, but at the last minute he fucking pops in there, and he, you set him up earlier in the movie, so he does his shtick. But his love for Wayne and Garth and Makita's Donuts and what they brought there all those years. Somehow, he jumps on the grenade or falls on the sword or whatever you want to say. He sacrifices himself for the sake of Wayne and Garth.
It's
and
like
then
a drumstick.
And then they go from YouTube to being back on public access, back in Wayne's mom's basement, like all and you put them back
at the very end, whenever they do, it shuts off all the social media stuff, and all you have left is one PBS tower. So, and that's it in
pre-cable days.
Illinois.
Yeah. That's got potential. If Idris Elba's the villain, I still think we can have Rob Lowe and Chris Walken in there, though. Is there any
to have
thoughts?
them in there. Let's be honest.
Yeah, right. Do they work for Idris Elba? Are they, how do we work them into this? It's tough. It's really tough. Okay, wait a minute.
Well,
so she's still on Sharp Records. Cassandra's still on Sharp Records. She's the biggest star in the history of rock.
Rob Lowe has to be making fun of like himself. Like it's not the character anymore. It's just Rob Lowe. Like it is the character, but like all the jokes are referenced to Rob Lowe and his life and how like
sex lies and videotape and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I get
it. Like that.
Kind of like wasn't he on Scream Queens? That was him, right? I don't know if you guys saw.
I think he was. Yeah,
he was on a lot.
You folks, sorry.
I mean, he's on a lot of things though. So
yeah, but his role on Scream Queens was just like making fun of himself. And I think
which
that would
great,
be a fun element. Yeah.
Which is why his roast was one of the last roasts Comedy Central roasts that I loved too.
Chris Walken is God.
That may be too much to take because then you're thinking it's not Chris Walken, it's
or we do the Chris Farley route.
Bobby Connors, yeah.
Because Chris Farley
Farley's.
Oh my gosh, you digitized Chris Farley?
Or you have Kevin Farley do it. He looks very similar.
Kevin Farley. Yeah, Kevin Farley would be good.
That would work.
I don't know.
Then you might want him to be alive and just be Milton years later.
Yes.
He's gotten a lot better, like way better.
I don't know why, but Jeremy Renner needs to be in it. I don't know why.
He would be a pretty solid villain as well at this point.
Or just someone like someone spilled his milkshake and he's just super angry.
Or like really funny, just have him be like the guy that's partied too hard, like, you know, like he's himself, but he's got long hair and he's too like, Jeremy Renner, man, you're partied out, like again, like take it easy. Bro.
You know, it could be funny is if you do like, you know how like on reality shows now they like reenact and stuff like that, but you get like Jeremy Renner as Wayne and, you know, Rob Lowe as Garth, and they're just these terrible reenactment actors doing these scenes again. That Garth.
Interesting. Sorry. Interesting thought in the chat before we wrap it up. Kyle from Fandom Spotlight says Freddie Mercury for God. That I feel like
okay. Say that, but it was like it's not really 80s. But yeah, I was gonna.
But this time have Sacha Baron Cohen play him.
Yes.
And have him be like the hedonistic version that we didn't get in the movie. Have him doing cocaine off the heads of midgets with plates, you know, and stuff. You know,
Heaven's
like
one big party.
Yeah, like it's a big coked out gay mustache orgy in heaven, and that's God. Like it just offend everyone.
I love it.
I love it. Chaos that would bring on to people though that would have such issues with it.
But that's
controversy. And I'm here for that. I'm here for that.
As I think I'm the resident gay in this situation right now. If it's done tastefully from a queer perspective, yes, I'm in, because I mean, yes, us gays love having fun. Yeah,
exactly.
I want to see it too. Yeah. I'm just thinking of the people that were.
Oh yeah, I just think
I have a queer on staff.
The Sacha Baron Cohen thing is hilarious. Yeah, I think that would work out really well.
Yeah, fucking amazing, and that's because that's the version he wanted to do, and that's why he didn't wind up doing that movie after all the years of development. But anyway, I think at this point we have all the ingredients that if you put them in a blender and you paste it well, you'd have a hell of a Wayne's World 3 here. So I wondered, you know, if we'd really be able to pull it off because it's been so long. But I think as long, you know, because we avoided all the tropes of like passing the torch to the next generation and like Wayne's got to find his long lost son and like, you know, no one cares about any of that shit. Like,
that was the one part about Bill and Ted that upset me. The new Bill and Ted was like, we had to have the daughters.
They were so good though.
They were amazing.
They were
great. But it was like, I just want Bill and Ted in death. That's what I want.
I will say,
Keanu.
I thought kind of similar in Ghostbusters Afterlife, just the percentage wise, because it was 90% kids or like 98% kids, like 2% OG cast. Yeah. I wish it was like more 50-50.
Yeah, I wanted more cast.
More balanced.
They should have showed up an hour ahead of when they did.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, definitely.
But we cried when they did.
But that just about wraps it up for tonight's episode and Wayne's World 3 in general. Before I give my little outros, do you guys have anything going on you want to plug upcoming, or just want to let people know where they can follow you on social media? Anything? Don't be shy now.
I mean, you can find me at Rose City Widow on Instagram. You can follow my choir at Vancouver Map to Corral, Facebook, Instagram. I mean, just working to the Carnegie Hall. Hopefully, if things keep going the way that it keeps going, we'll see.
Awesome. And Benny, what about you? Anything coming up in the works?
Yeah. Oh gosh, I am the dungeon master Monday nights. Our schedule's been a little wonky, but for Dark Galaxies Gaming, I do Curse of Strahd on Mondays. It's a lot of fun playing Strahd, and we are starting. We are starting another D&D show coming up soon, so check that out on Dark Galaxies Gaming. And I'm a cosplayer. Find me on Instagram as Belladonna Cosplay. Find me on Twitter as Bendy Dinosaurs. And I also am working on some stories and some articles for Fandom Spotlight. So I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we definitely look forward to those. Ian, anything going on in your corner of the world? Any plays? Anything upcoming?
Not anything upcoming right now. I'm sure probably next week I'll have another fun little bad movie challenge article for Fandom Spotlight. So, but for right now, you can look at some of those. We got some great bad movies like Eddie and the Cruisers 2, Eddie Lives.
I loved your review of that. Even though I disagree with it vehemently, I still love your choice of words. You know how to turn a phrase to make me smile, even when you also make me want to watch Eddie and the Cruisers 2 again.
Hey, I do my
Well,
best.
we're always looking forward to more of those, and the inevitable Eddie and the Cruisers VCR Redux episode, which I know we'll do at some point. It'll be right after our Doc and Tribute series. Any rate, you Fandom fans might want to tune in next Wednesday at 9 p.m. when the only question on our minds will be Pop Quiz Hotshot. What do you do when a franchise can't seem to go above 50 miles per hour? Speed and a whole lot of it. That's right.
Next you put it on a boat.
Next week, we try and get Keanu and Jason Patrick to team up for Speed 3 Pit Stop.
Probably do it.
I think we'll I know they're watching. What up, guys? We love you, Keanu. We love you, Jason. You're one of us, Michael. As always, if there's a particular movie or TV franchise that you want us to cover on a future episode, let us know in the comment section on YouTube. And since you're already doing that, you might as well go ahead, like, subscribe, and follow Fandom Spotlite, the Hollow 9 Network, and Pop Culture Fun. Till then, back up those Betamax, rewind those Laserdiscs, and we'll see you at the movies.